Good day, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 in our series on Factory Town. And we're here in the start of this episode at the great achievement in episode 10, which was our first fully automated, discrete manufacturing process. And what we are manufacturing right here is in school, and it's research. So that is progressing without any interference from us at all. Now, while we're here, I just want to have a look at some more research that we can be doing when we've finished advanced logistics. And so I want to, as our first to cab off the rank after this, because I am of the opinion that I did this back to front, and I really shouldn't have done advanced logistics before these. But I really want to get the railways up, because railways also unlock mining. And I think we need mining, then machinery, and... Oh, you can only... What? No. Machinery. Oh, what happened there? I don't understand. Does it try to do all of them at once? Oh, I think it does. All right, we'll turn machinery off and we'll just do those two. Yeah, it does the two of them simultaneously, one after the other. Okay, well, that's okay. I would have preferred that it did it one after the other. And oh, look, it's doing railway again. Why is it doing that? Because it's cheaper. Or because... No? Well, you know what? I don't know. I would have thought it did them one after the other. But it doesn't appear to. Unless it gets them up to a similar level and then does them one after the other. We might come back and have a look at that and see how that's going. But what I would like to do in this episode is just a little bit of tidying up, actually. And I want to tidy up in terms of our forge here. If I go and we have a look at what we've got going on here, we've got 358 iron plate. Now, we very successfully over here set up a discrete manufacturing plant. But I suspect that in terms of just about everything else we do, that discrete manufacturing is going to be rather limiting, because I don't think we want to set up one of everything just to provide the basics of what we need each time we try to set up some manufacturing. So I think we're going to have to, in a broad sense, move towards centralizing the storage of certain facilities and materials. Now, the base, unless yellow means it's full, which is quite possibly true, the base has some extremely good sizes that we can put things in. And I think what I would like to do is centralize some things and then start handing them out to industries that require them. And what I would like to do is get the forge going in much that direction. So in terms of the forge, we're very close to our iron ore deposit, so I don't really think that's an issue for us. But what is an issue is the heat generation source that we need, i.e. we need a heat source, which could be wood or magma or coal or fertilizer. And I think that it's saying fertilizer is worth 1, wood is worth 2, coal is worth 4, magnet is worth 8. However, at the moment, we are not overly utilising our fertiliser. So I want to, now let's just have a look at this guy. Now he is taking fertiliser to the base. I'll just click on the base for a second and have a look at fertiliser. We have 476. So what I would like to do is get that wagon out of there for a moment. We've got lots of wagons in there. Where are you going? Where are you going? You're not going anywhere. All right, hang on. Let's just move a few things around here for a second. So we've got 2 spare wagons. And what are you doing? You're taking fertiliser down there. Well, young fella, my lad, no, you're not. So what are you producing? You're producing... You are just producing fertiliser. Really? Cool. All right. So who is feeding you? Somebody's got to be feeding you. Who is feeding you? It doesn't look like you're in production. So what I would like to do is take you and collect... Actually, no, I don't want to do that. What I want to do is take one guy, because I don't think we need that much fertiliser, to be honest. Pick that up and drop it there, and then pick the fertiliser up and take it there. Okay. Now let's just keep an eye on this for a second and make sure what we've done is workable. Okay, I think we just, yep, we put one food in, we got one fertiliser out. Okay, that's very good. Now, where else is there fertiliser? And you will be amazed to know it's down here. And we have a ton of fertiliser not going anywhere. Oh! What a fantastic opportunity to make a gazillion tons of fertiliser. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 production units for fertiliser and ship them around the world. I'm in. Okay, so here's the plan. And it's a cunning, and some would say a devious plan. You are picking up wool and taking it to there, I believe. Yes, you are. No, you're not. Yes, you are. What are you doing? Picking up wool, taking it there. Not anymore, you're not. Wow, automation. That's what we like to see. Now, this is going to be very exciting. So the first thing we need here is some cloth. How much cloth have we got? I think we've got enough so that we can be... What I would also like to do is to be able to get to these paths a lot quicker than I'm currently doing, actually. Actually, and as it turns out, I've done the wrong thing, because what I really wanted to do is put a filter on there. Logistics blocks. Filter. And, ooh, did I just... Oh, okay. Oh, right-click, remove. Okay, that's very good. And then, click on filter. No. Build. You know what? So you put the filter down first. Then you put the cloth conveyor in. Which connects to there. All right. So everybody is now happy. You click on that. You left click on that, right click on that, press enter. Oh, on. Item filter, there you go. And we're going to select wool. Now, you're a wagon. Okay, we're not going to worry about this at the minute. We're going to take you away, because we don't need you either. We've got a lot of guys over here we can use later on. And turn you back on just to clear you out of the way, which is the space bar. Yes, okay. Then we build. Actually, now, if it's off, can I build a cloth? And then put a filter on it. What's that saying? I've got 114. I think that's what it's saying. Logistics blocks. Yes. Filter. Yes. Ooh. Okay, click on it once it's been installed. Activate the filter. Take wool. Good. All right, let's just get this working and just make sure we're all good for these two. What we need is feed. Ooh, tell you what, we could automate feed. Feed is somewhere, coming from somewhere and going to somewhere. And it looks like it's going to that one first. No, this one, right. And here comes wool. I like it. Okay, so we know that it works. That is fine and dandy. So we'll get you out of the way as well. Put you down there. Very good. Now, we might have a bit of an issue here. Well, I like it when it's flat. We can't flatten that out though. But that is okay. That might be a problem for later on, I think. Now, let's just put one cloth there and one cloth there, and then click on that filter and make it wool. Now, what have we got going on here? We've got t-shirts or shirts, bandages, and cloth, bandages, and poultice. So we're making 3 different items. And that one's a composite, so that one is fine. Right, that's good. Now this one over here, where are we? That's the grain mill. And the grain mill gets its stuff from the farm. And where is the grain mill going? Not to the workshop. Not there either, but sorry, what are you producing? Oh, no, get rid of you too. We can do a little bit production automation down here as well. And here I think is where the analogy to the modern age comes in. You start off in the old days and it's all manual labour. Then some bright spark develops the wheel and you get guys, because they're the equivalent of one population, so you get guys pushing a cart who can do 4 times the amount of work. And job. And you end up, you automate and you don't need human beings at all. And that's how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. No, we don't want a footpath. We want the automation to the future. Okay, we're going to go. I'm going to do this because I just want to save a bit of space, really. Okay, there we go. Man, we're going to be in so much production here. It's huge. Okay. Well, we've got a little bit of automation going on there, and that is very good. So we're going to stack up very quickly with wool, one would assume. Man, but it's still pumping it up. There it goes, full now. Okay, so we're done there. Now what we want to do is get fertilizer. Actually, you know what? Let's get the fertilizer into a barn, which we can build. Now, actually, that's a good question, because I remember there being a silo in the building slot. Let's just check this out for a minute. A silo locally stores a single type of item. Provides shared storage that players can use when placing buildings and workers. I'm going to assume they're different, and I'm going to assume that I want a barn, because what I want to put in that barn is a lot of fertilizer. Now, how am I going to get fertilizer out of there when... It's an interesting question, actually, because now we're finding out some interesting things. There's only one way out, and all these other ways are in. So I want a splitter. Actually, I want, well, you know, what you want and what you get. 2 different things. We're going to have to do a test. We are going to do a test. And what we are going to do is something. we're going to do this. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to do this and pusher grabber filter. I could grab it, couldn't I? But you know what? We're just going to test it first. Leather, fertilizer, okay, and this one is fertilizer also. This is possibly the equivalent of it not working at all. Well, it was a good idea. But as many good ideas go, it went. And it didn't work. So we're going to have to bring it out of here and then split it. Isn't that interesting? So how is that going to work? Ooh, Nelly. One-way sorter will force matching items to take the specified path. Okay, we can do that. We've got a sorter. What does this do? We'll redirect matching items off a belt or chute if there's space. If there's space. That's very strange. Okay, we're going to redo this. And we're going to redo it, first of all, by pausing the game. Removing the filter. Putting in a sorter. Clicking on the sorter and selecting fertilizer. The fertilizer, behold the complexity, goes up one level. Actually, you know what? I need to get this on the same level, otherwise I'm never going to be able to make this work. Okay, goes up one. And I think it goes up two. That's what I think. Okay. So it is now up. Holy dolly, where are we going to do this? I have no idea what I'm doing here. That's herbs. What if we come back here and we put a barn There's a barn.
Help me, I've lost the barn.
Okay. We have lots of entry into the barn. And we can build the barn over water. So, but I'll tell you what I might do. just to make sure everything's neat and tidy. Because neat and tidy is possibly where it's at. How about that? Now, how much space do I have at the front if I want to take stuff out of the barn? Not a lot. That is better. I'm going to do that. Okay, so we come up here. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to be spending a lot of, what are we spending? 2 planks. How many planks have we got? 115. Easy peasy. So we've got 1, and then it comes up there, goes this way. This is quite the thing. I love discovering this stuff as you go along and having to work it out, because it is really enjoyable when you are able to do stuff like this. And we might as well just bring it straight in the side here. Actually, you know what? I think we probably want to bring it down to ground level. Let's do that. Okay, so now we need, now of course I'm going on the assumption that this is actually going to work, which it actually may not do. But if it does, we're going to have our first high level, and I literally mean high level as in altitude, conveyor belt system, so that not only can other conveyor belts go under it, but that, now, we need to go, now this is, we've got to get down to ground level again. So we're going to go down and no, it's not going to work, is it? Oh, actually it could if we do this. Ah, that could work. Yeah, that could work. We didn't do that particularly well, but I think it'll work. No, not that. That's the wrong one. What we want is just the wood arch. Like that. Yes'm. Oh, how fancy is that? How fancy is that? Right, okay. So, now we get the cloth. And we go this way. No, hang on. Let's do it. Make sure we get the consistency. I like it. It's the monorail of logistics. Oh, sorry, almost got that wrong. And then this is the, I think, going to be the tricky one, to make sure it's down there when it gets in. And then we go this way like that. So if the theory is, well, if the analysis and the theory is correct, the wool will go straight across here to the workshop. And the fertilizer will go chug, 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 and then down here and then into said barn. And we are going to have an item filter, and we are only taking fertilizer. Now, just to make sure that we've got this like somewhere in the okay position, 584 up there. On your marks, ladies and gentlemen, to see if we've got this right. Get set and go skis. So far, I'm impressed with my own brilliance, but that only means that there's going to be a horrible failure any moment now. Dum dum dum, 587. Now that's all the backlog. Hooly dooly, look at it, it's going into the barn. Legend. Completed research. Hang on, we're paused. Blah, blah, blah. New structure, rail. New structure, rail stop. Rail tile. Mining. Yes, that's what we were looking for. What's this? Rails and mine carts can be used to quickly transport lots of goods. Place rails and rail stops next to buildings to automatically deposit or withdraw goods from a building. Set the item filter on the mine cart to restrict type of goods picked up. Okay. Why would you do that as opposed to putting in a conveyor belt? Don't know. But we will find out. All right, now I want to see some... Why is there no wool going across there? Why is there no wool going across there? Okay. There's one wool in there apparently. Sorter. Well, I may have been brilliant, but I wasn't brilliant enough apparently. Active state. Wool 2. Well, now that's interesting. It selected the sorter. No, maybe what I want is a splitter. All right, hold on. We have an issue. Well, now I would have thought that if you put it like that, it would just like, oh, okay, well, if you're one of these, we'll push you over that way. Active state is on. How many can you select? Oh, you can only select one. Okay, all right. So, let's try putting the splitter in. This seems like a positive move. Now, you are the splitter. Rotate object. So, how do I make you split? Splitter. Right, click on the splitter. Splitter, item filter. You're pointing the wrong way, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are too. Okay, hold on. The concept is valid. I think we've just picked the wrong device to do it with. And I think what we do is we pull it off in that direction if it is the thing that we want. So the thing that we want, in this particular case is fertilizer. Okay, fertilizer. How are we doing? Oh, let's have a look. Well, there's no wool. Why is the wool, the fertilizer's going out, but why is the wool not going out? The splitter. Oh, hold on, that we don't want. I think it was full stop for help, wasn't it? No. Full stop, was it? No. We're going to have to get rid of it. Very annoying. I think that was the problem, but I'm not 100% sure. Rail. We haven't made any rails. Well, we should probably go and make rails. But we'll get to rails. We have the technology. And if we don't have it, we're developing it very quickly. All right, let's try that and see how we go. And we are going amazingly not well. Splitter. We have a bit of a problem here. I have an idea, and bear with me because it's a bit of an odd one, but what if we can't split at the point where it comes straight out of the whatever that thing is called? What if we can only split it like one later when everything starts coming out? That could be a thing, you know. So if that were the case, what we would need to do is something like this, and it's going to make it quite tricky for us to get this deployed. So what we would do, of course we're going to block this as well, which I'm not a fan of, but what we would do is we would put in, because I have, and again, you know, making it up as you go along, we would have to put it in there like that. Turn it around like, it doesn't like it. Well, that's fascinating. They're not square. How can they not be square? It doesn't matter. They're just not square. You can't do it. Well, no good. Hang on, it doesn't like that at all. Uneven terrain. Give me a break. Really? Uneven terrain. Since when? Oh, that's since when. Okay, well, what was going to be a very interesting and constructive build has turned into somewhat of a nightmare situation. Seriously, I can't even bring you down. All right, we need a rethink. I refuse to be beaten. Okay, new plan. Really? I didn't like that particularly well. All right, so let's see if we can't figure this out just a little bit better. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you there. Then we're going to put you there. And of course you are miserable. Oh, dearie me. All right. There's more than one way to cat a skin. Sure. So what we'll do is we'll go this way and then we'll go that way. Okay, now let's assume that everything's going to come out of there, and then by magic, using the splitter, we are going to select fertilizer. And the plan is fertilizer will go that way and wool will go that way. We've got 4 wool and no fertilizer, so we should see 4 wool nip across there into the workshop. On your mark, get set, go! 1, 2, oh, I see wool. Okay, now we need to see fertilizer come over here. And then we know we're on a roll. Because we do have another problem now, because we've got nowhere technically waiting. Wool and fertilizer. Okay, so that's it. You have to use the splitter, and you can't have the splitter on the first section of the conveyor belt when it comes out of the farm. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end this episode on this humongous discovery that we have just discovered. And then, off camera, I'm going to give some thought to how we're going to lay this out so that it is actually automated, because we don't have the space to run the conveyor belts in here that we need. And I suspect that the simple answer will be move these over a bit more. That will be the simple answer. But we will get there in the next episode. And I'm going to love you and leave you at the great splitter of 2019. So I hope you all stay well. I look forward to seeing you in a gig channel near at hand very soon. Until then, stay well, and I'll see you all later. Bye.